Long ago, the world was a beautiful place, full of life and wonder. But over time, people began to change. Violence spread. People were cruel. They forgot how to be kind, how to do good. God saw all of this, and it made him sad, heartbroken even. This wasn't the world he intended. But not everyone had turned away. There was one man who still walked with God. His name was Noah. Noah was different. He was honest, faithful, and lived a good life when no one else around him did. So, one day, God spoke to Noah. He told him that a great flood was coming, one that would wash away everything, cleansing the earth of its violence and corruption. But God had a plan to save Noah and his family. God told Noah to build a massive ark, a huge boat made of cypress wood. It had to be strong, waterproof, and big enough to hold his family and every kind of animal on earth, 2 by 2. The instructions were specific: 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, 30 cubits high, 3 decks, 1 door, 1 window. And Noah did exactly as he was told. Even though it sounded strange, even though people laughed at him, he kept building day after day because he trusted God. And then, something incredible happened. Animals began to come, 2 by 2, male and female. Lions, birds, sheep, elephants, ants, monkeys. All of them. Noah made space for each one. He also gathered enough food for the journey. And when everything was ready, God told Noah, "Enter the ark, you and your whole family." Then the sky opened. Rain poured down like never before. For 40 days and 40 nights, water covered the earth. It rose above the trees, above the mountains, until everything was submerged. Everything outside the ark was lost. But inside, Noah, his family, and the animals were safe. The floodwaters stayed for 150 days. Then, slowly, they began to go down. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, but Noah didn't rush out. He waited. He sent out a raven, then a dove. One day, the dove returned with an olive leaf, a sign that the earth was starting to come back to life. Finally, God said, "Come out of the ark." Noah stepped onto dry land again. He built an altar and gave thanks to God. And God made a promise. He would never again flood the whole earth. As a sign of that promise, he placed a rainbow in the sky. Noah's story reminds us of the power of faith. That even when the world around us is falling apart, doing what's right matters. And it reminds us of God's mercy. That even in judgment, he offers hope, protection, and a fresh start. The rainbow still speaks today. It says, "No matter how dark the storm, there's always light on the other side."